there's no doubt that the one person who set South African golf on its way was Bobby Locke, Arthur D'Arcy Locke. It used to be a talking point as to why Arthur D'Arcy Locke became Bobby Locke, but it would appear in my investigation is that the Bobby came from Bobby Jones, the great Bobby Jones, the greatest amateur player who ever lived, because Bobby Locke's dad gave him a book that had been written by Bobby Jones and said to him, copy this book. So Bobby actually says he learned to play from Bobby Jones's book, even though his swing is nothing like Bobby Jones, but the feeling is that that is certainly why he became Bobby. And he is the great trailblazer. His career was interrupted by the war, but he won the South African Open, the South African Amateur back-to-back in 1935, and he was set on his way. And then there was a great player, a Scot, who was the pro at Houghton and Durban Country Club, Sid Bruce and his brother Jock. Now the Bruce family were very important too. A part of the Sunshine Boys is the role played by families, the incredible amount of families that have done well in South African golf. For instance, I've just mentioned the Bruises, the Hayes, the Hobdays, the Hennings, Hutchinson, their families, the players and Faveys. But to get back to Bobby Locke, so his career, he went over and immediately started winning in Europe. And then his career was interrupted by the Second World War. He joined up, he was seconded by the RAF and flew bombers in the Second World War. So he did not become a major player until after the war. In 1946, he'd become friendly with Sam, that's the year after the war, with Sam Snead at the British Open at St Andrews. Through a sponsor, they set up a challenge match in South Africa, 16 games, and Bobby literally wiped the green with Sam Snead. So Snead had convinced him that he needed to go to America as well. But then in 49, Bobby Locke won the British Opens and became South Africa's first winner of a major championship. And he actually then absolutely dominated golf over the turn of 49 into the 50s, because he won the British Open 3 more times in very quick succession, and then one more in 57. He went to America where he was immensely successful. To this day, he holds the record for the biggest victory, 16 shots in an American tournament. He is reckoned to have been the most successful foreign invader on the American tour ever, so greater than the Spaniards, greater than the English, because he just took the tour by storm. To the extent that there was an unfortunate moment in Bobby's career where he was banned from the tour, and in subsequent analysis it is because there was an element of jealousy. American pros were worried about the amount of money he was taking off their tour. The real reason was that he'd won the British Open in 49, he was meant to appear in American tournaments that he'd committed to, but because he'd won the British Open he decided to stay in the UK, which makes a lot of sense. You're the British Open champion, and he didn't go to America, and they used that as a reason to ban him, most unfairly. Bobby was very put out by that. The banning was lifted within a year. I think everybody realized it was wrong. He went back one more time, won again, but he had his love of America, if it ever was there, was soured, and he never really went back. And so, when I was doing the Sunshine Boys, I wondered to myself what Bobby Locke's record might have been if he didn't have that aversion to going back to America, because Augusta, where the Masters is played, is a right-to-left golf course. It's a hooker's golf course. He was a hooker of the ball, very fast greens. It would have suited him to a tee, and I feel almost certain he would have been able to win at Augusta. And then in the US Opens on fast, slick greens, with the way he was able to keep the ball in play, he might well have won a US Open and added to his majors. So that is a sad part of Bobby Locke's career, because it is a career of triumph and tragedy, amazing triumphs on the golf course, and great sadness in his personal life years later, when he had a very bad car accident which took his golf away from him, and then after he passed, his wife and daughter took their own lives, and in the golfing world was absolutely horrified and shocked. So a story of triumph and tragedy. That's Bobby Locke. think he played a big part in the Sunshine Boys, and I hope I've recorded it in a way that would have made him pleased.